Hello, my name is Philip Molnar and I'm a journalism student. Like a lot of people entering this industry, I'm worried about getting a job. It was only a little over a decade ago that newspapers started showing up online, drastically changing the way people read and purchase news. As of right now, this hasn't really helped the job market for reporters. But journalists aren't alone. There's one other industry that is going through the same thing: comic books. One way companies like Marvel Comics have adapted to the new age is digital and motion comics. Motion comics scan actual art from a comic and add in voices later. The images you're seeing right now are from the Spider-Woman motion comic. And unlike early experiments in motion comics, Spider-Woman #1 was a comic that had only been released digitally, requiring fans keeping up with storylines to purchase it. For those fans not concerned with collecting, but excited about the storylines, motion comics are actually a good deal. They cost $1.99 each, whereas regular print comics are usually around $2 or $3.99. The debate among whether comics should go digital sounds a lot like the debates going on in newsrooms today.
I like paper, so I like going to the library and smelling the paper. I don't want, everything to be on the Kindle in the future, so nothing against it. It's a cool piece of technology, but, I'd be really sad if comics went all digital.
Motion comics feel like a real triumph to me. They've been great, and the quality of them is great, but just the fact that I remember sitting in our publisher Dan Buckley's office 6 years ago or so, talking about the idea of a motion comic, and the fact that eventually the technology will be here, and it'll be hopefully inexpensive enough that we'll be able to do amazing things with a 2D image, converting it into motion or into 3D.
My name is Greg Horn. My profession is illustrator, commercial illustration, and comic books. I prefer to have it on paper. There's something magical about holding the comic book, and it's just better that way.
All right, so here at Union Square on the screen behind me, they're going to be playing one of the first Marvel Comics motion comics. A big premiere here in Union Square, so let's take a look.
I don't know, maybe it would take some time for me to get used to the animation style, but it kind of looks like one of those car insurance ads for it. The animation, it just looks cheesy. I mean, they have a whole department dedicated to animation. I'm sure plenty of people could get paid to legitimately animate something.
People who are going to like reading comics, and there's still going to be there's going to be a new audience that would like to read motion comics, and some people who like to do both.
With Spider-Woman debuting at #1 on iTunes television chart, it appears there is a market for digital comics. If popular news sites like NewYorkTimes.com are any indication, it seems like the comics section will soon be following the rest of the paper to the web. For the Comic Book Times, I'm Philip Molnar.